see you.
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
Yes.
Come on inside, it's chilly out here.
First, you see that? The studio sent that for me. It's a prototype. It's the only one in the world. Can you believe it?
Oh my goodness. It's like having royalty here. Come on inside, it's
Great.
chilly.
My luggage will be arriving later tonight, Betty.
Very good.
Aunt Laura!
Betty, Susie, it's so good to see the two of you again. And how are these two precious little imps?
Oh, Aunt Laura, we're not imps. Yeah, Laura, imps get in trouble all the time and are mischievous. We're not like that.
What would have ever given me that idea to think that you two would ever cause any trouble?
Mother calls us her angels.
Yes, you are my angels, though at times I have seen those horns.
Mother?
All right, Susie, but sometimes it's difficult to see those halos.
Gee whiz, Mother, we're kids. You can't expect us to be good all the time.
Mothers wish their kids would be good most of the time.
Most of the time, then we would never have any fun.
Yeah, in a few years we'll grow up and we'll become adults. Then we'll be miserable all the time. Don't ruin it for us yet.
Do you think I'm miserable all the time? Or do you think your mother is miserable all the time?
Oh, it just seems adults are always worried about something. Or yelling, or complaining about money. Isn't that right, Susie?
Oh, I see. But adults are not miserable or unhappy all the time. When you grow up and have children of your own, you'll understand. Right now, all you should be concerned with is having fun being kids.
Aunt Laura!
Oh, this can't be Josie. In just 2 years, you've grown into a beautiful young lady.
Aunt Laura, you look stunning in that suit. I've seen Lana Turner wearing something similar in her last movie. It's the latest fashion. You are so lucky to live and work in Hollywood. All the men in town must want to date you. You're so glamorous.
All right, well, let's stop this chattering and everyone sit down. And by the way, I know someone in Wilmington right here who would like to date you.
You don't mean...
James.
That was over a long time ago, Betty. He's probably married by now with grown children of his own.
No, he isn't.
How do you know?
Because he called her this morning. He's going to the premiere.
That's impossible. I did not send him an invitation, nor did I authorize my staff in Hollywood to do so.
Well, someone sent him an invitation. I saw it this morning when he stopped by. I just assumed you sent it.
Well, I didn't. Did you see him this morning? Did you see James?
Danny and Susie and I were all in school this morning. We got off this afternoon so we could be here when you arrived.
Who's James? Who's James?
Betty, did you send that invitation?
Of course not. I would never do anything like that without your knowledge. Why are you so upset? It's been years since you've seen each other.
There are things you don't know, Betty.
What things?
Yes. What things are you talking about, Laura?
Hello.
Ah.
There's my happy family. There's my beautiful wife. And the most beautiful sister-in-law in the world. Well, what is it? What's wrong?
There are things we don't know.
What things?
That's what we're waiting to find out, but Aunt Laura won't tell us.
What?
There are things we don't know.
That's it, children. Danny, Susie, go to your room. There are your father and I need to talk to Aunt Laura.
Gee whiz. Just when it starts getting interesting, the adults always send the kids out of the room. Come on, Susie.
Josie, you too.
But I'm almost an adult.
You heard your mother, young lady.
But
Josie.
Danny was right. Adults are miserable all the time.
I'm gonna have a talk with her. You can't have that attitude.
Another time, darling. Right now we need to find out why Laura's so upset.
I don't want to burden you with my problems.
You're my sister. That's what sisters are for. And what problems? What could be the harm in seeing your former beau again?
That's just it, Betty. He is a former beau. I do not want to see him.
Well, this being Saturday, I had Andrew take the kids for the day so we could have this time together to just relax and enjoy our time.
I'm sorry about yesterday, Betty. I don't know what got into me.
Think nothing of it, sis. Is there anything you want to talk about now that we have this time alone together?
Betty, when James and I first fell in love all those years ago, and everyone thought we would get married, I never believed that his family would object so strongly, especially his father. I can still hear him saying right to my face, "You're not important enough, nor is your family prominent enough to marry my eldest son and heir."
I'm so sorry, Laura.
What do you have to be sorry about? You're my kid sister. You were only 10 years old at the time. I was 20.
But he kept seeing you. Didn't that prove that he really cared?
In the beginning, I thought so. Give James a chance to become his own man. We even went away for a while, which created quite a scandal. But when his father found out and demanded that he return home, what do you think he did?
I know what he did. I know he left you and returned to his family and his privileged life.
We were in our later 20s. I realized I was in a fool's paradise, so I packed my bags, went to California, and never looked back. Until now.
And you've come back rich and successful in your own right. A self-made woman. Everyone is talking in Wilmington and excited that due to you, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood is coming here and holding the premiere of his newest movie. How did you do it, Laura? How did you convince Jason Powell to come here?
He believes he owes his success to me. That without me, he would have never had a chance at life. That my screenplays and his handsome, virile image have made him the star he is today.
Well, next Saturday in Wilmington will be one of the biggest events held here in nearly 100 years. Everyone can't wait to see Jason Powell in person. And you. The way I see it, why don't you just forget about the past and attend the premiere and gala with James? The way I see it, it could be your biggest triumph yet.
You may be right, Betty.
I'll be right back.
I was wondering when this day would come, what I would do. Right or wrong, or seek revenge. I think revenge, James.
That was Andrew. They'll be back in an hour. Why don't we get dressed and go into town and do some shopping?
That's a great idea, sis. And you know what?
What?
I'm going to that premiere with James, and I'm going to have the time of my life.
Come in, Mr. Stoner.
Delivery for Mr. Rock.
Okay, go right in there, please.
Hello, Mr. Stoner.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Same here. You take care.
Oh gosh, it's beautiful, Aunt Laura.
You're going to spoil her, Laura.
Well, talk about spoiling. You haven't opened your parcel.
Oh, Laura, how did you know I wanted this gown?
Well, I saw you couldn't keep your eyes off of it when we went to the designer salon.
Oh, Mother, it's you. You look divine in it. Don't you think, Miss Davis?
Well, to me, seems a waste of good money for one night to get all gussied up. Then you never wear it again. The only gown I ever had was my wedding gown, and I told my late husband, Cecil. That's what I always called him, you know. I said to him, Cecil, it seems such a waste of good money to buy a dress you're only going to wear once. He wanted me to have a proper wedding with the church and flowers and wedding gown, the whole kit and caboodle. So I had to pay for it all myself. You know, I was an orphan. That's the only time I was extravagant. Never spent money on anything foolish again in my life. Well, I have to get back to my work. Sorry I wasn't here last week when you run, Miss Chandler. Had to travel to Raleigh to help my daughter. She just had another baby, and at her age. She already has 3 full-grown children, all married, all with babies of their own, and now she has a baby. What is this world coming to? My goodness, I'm a great-grandma. Boy, that makes you feel old.
Oh, we shouldn't laugh. She is a dear, you know. I don't know what I would do without her.
Oh. Don't you notice that there's another parcel?
Yes, I just assumed that was for you.
No, I bought that for Mrs. Davis. I was going to invite her to the premiere tonight, but now after that tirade over being extravagant, do you think she'll accept it?
I don't know.
I'll find out tonight, Aunt Laura.
Come on, Susie. Dad's upstairs taking a nap. And Mom, Josie, Miss Davis, and Aunt Laura are all out having their hair done for the night. We can do it now.
Why did you have to hide it in there? Why didn't you hide it in your room?
Oh, because I know you and Josie always snooping in my room. That's why.
No, we don't.
Here it is.
Why did you hide it in there? Miss Davis could have found it when she was cleaning.
No, she wouldn't. Because I know Miss Davis never moves the cabinet. It's too heavy. See all the dust behind it?
Wow.
Told you this is the house where Mother and Aunt Laura grew up in.
Aha.
So I started thinking that the answer to the things we don't know about Aunt Laura are somewhere hidden around in this house.
Yeah?
So I started snooping in the attic, and I found this box of love letters that James Holey sent to Aunt Laura. It's the real mushy stuff. Here, read one.
If Mother finds out, she'll be real mad at us. And you know what Dad will do.
Oh, don't you want to help Aunt Laura? Why didn't she throw these letters out?
I don't know. She probably just forgot about them.
Well, that's what we're going to find out right now. Start reading. Oh, boy.
Maybe we don't understand what we're reading.
Just because we're kids doesn't mean we're stupid.
But Danny, I didn't understand everything I read, so how could you?
Well, I'm older, and well, before we do anything, we'll be sure.
Sure of what? And what can we do?
I don't know, but if we're right in what we think we know, does anyone else know Aunt Laura's secret? Does Mother and Father know?
Oh, Danny, why did you have to go snooping and dig that old box up?
Well, I guess now we know why adults are all grumpy and crampy at times. They're keeping secrets like this.
Danny, Susan, are you downstairs?
Yes, Dad, we're here.
Come upstairs, both of you. You need to start getting ready. You're spending the night with Jackson. You know, I can understand your sister Laura being late coming down, but not Mrs. Davis. And why did your sister invite the housekeeper to come to the premiere? You know some folks around here aren't going to like the idea of a servant coming to such an important event.
Andrew, shh. Mrs. Davis is more than a housekeeper, and you should know that. After our parents died in that car accident, right after you and I remarried, Mrs. Davis became like a second mother to Laura and I. She's been a part of our lives, she's a part of this family, and I, for one, am glad Laura invited her. Success hasn't made Laura a snob, not like some people I know.
Now, wait a minute. If you think...
You look wonderful, Mrs. Davis.
I feel wonderful too. I guess this is how Cinderella felt.
Even if you're an old Cinderella.
Josie, you apologize to Mrs. Davis.
Why scold her if it's true? I may be old, Josie, but I feel young tonight.
And you know something, Miss Davis? You look younger too, and beautiful. I'm sorry for what I said.
Apology accepted.
What is it your sister's wearing? She's all covered up.
It's an evening cape. Haven't you ever seen an evening cape before?
Well, yeah, but why is she covered up is what I'm wondering about. Well, it's a very unusual cape you're wearing.
Ah, yes, it is. Do you think James will like it?
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what's underneath. Will you
Andrew,
stop doing that?
you are so uncouth.
Well, what's wrong with asking what's underneath the cape?
The evening will be filled with surprises.
Oh, I just can't wait, Aunt Laura, to think I'll be meeting Jason Powell, one of the most handsome leading men in Hollywood, and he'll be sitting at our table during the gala. I could just die and go to heaven.
I don't think your date tonight's gonna be too crazy about you going all goofy over Jason Powell.
Oh, Mickey's a nice enough boy, but he is a boy, and Jason Powell is a man.
Hello, Mrs. Davis and Mr. and Mrs. Roberts. And this is for you, Josie.
Why, thank you, Mickey.
Gosh, looks swell on you. Oh, I want to thank you for allowing me to be Josie's escort for the evening.
Think that about it, Mickey.
Oh, I have to keep thinking it. My parents told me I had to say it to you.
Well, James Holey, come on in. It's been a long time.
Andrew, it's been too long.
Mr. Foley.
Mrs. Roberts, I haven't seen you since you were a child, and look at you now. Happily married with 3 children, I believe.
Yes, our youngest two, Danny and Susie, are spending the night at a friend's house, and this is our eldest daughter, Josie.
Roberts.
How do you do, Mr. Holey? This is my date, Mickey Jackson.
Mickey, pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Why, Miss Davis. Why, I recognized you the second I walked in. Still one of the prettiest girls in all of North Carolina.
Oh, go on. I know you're just being kind to this old goat. You don't mind that I'm attending such a ritzy event with all these high-class folks.
Well, you set the standard for class, Miss Davis. One of the kindest hearts I've ever known, and I know how important this family is to you and how much they love you.
Thank you, James.
Pardon me. Laura, the years have been kind to you. You're still stunningly beautiful.
I was wondering after all this time, James, if you would still be handsome. And you are.
You were always the perfect lady, but I never expected such excessive modesty.
Oh, don't worry about that cape, Mr. Holey. Aunt Laura isn't wearing it because she's fat or covered in some terrible disease. I know. We all know. Aunt Laura has a beautiful figure, and when she takes off that cape, you'll see.
Something to look forward to. Well, it's getting late and we should be going. We wouldn't want to miss the premiere. Laura, this new movie that you've written the screenplay for is pretty provocative. Sudden desire? What's the storyline?
Oh, it's the story of a man who betrays the woman he loves. The woman that he promised to marry and be faithful to forever. So she kills him.
Good thing that's fiction.
screenplays. Most beautiful lady.
He is exaggerating, of course. I've only written 3 screenplays for him.
That is true. But until she started writing my scripts, my movies were missing something living. Like a fire, passion. I don't know. What would you call it, Laura?
Yes, what would you call it, Laura?
Maybe it was the ring of truth. Wouldn't you agree, James?
Mr. Holey, Mr. Powell, allow me. Ginger ale for the kids and champagne for the rest of us.
Yes, sir.
Can't we try the champagne?
Yeah, I'm 17.
Josie, your father's right. Both of you are too young to drink. When you're 21, there'll be plenty of time to have your first intoxicating beverage.
Wine's a mocker, strong drink a rage.
That's a quote from the Bible, isn't it?
You're an intelligent woman, Miss Davis. That is a quote from the good book. It's amazing how mature, intelligent adults like to drink what is a little more than poison. That takes away the reasoning, and when imbibed too frequently, gives us cirrhosis of the liver, yet we can't live without it. We let it destroy our internal organs, and for those who are truly drunkards, could finally kill them. But this is champagne, and what is dinner without it? That's why I drink in moderation, if at all.
Oh, what the heck?
Damn, dude.
Mother?
All evening, I've been watching you, all of you.
What do you mean watching us?
I've seen Jason Powell's premiere. You've been so preoccupied, James, that you weren't even aware that I've been observing you all evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, so far this evening, we have had the privilege of not only having a premiere of a major motion picture in our fair city, but we also have Mr. Jason Powell, the leading actor in the movie, with us this evening. But that's not all. We also have something very special for you. And what many here do not know is that the lovely Laura Chandler not only was the screenplay writer for tonight's premiere of Sudden Desire, but the composer of its theme song as well. Now, some of you may remember the young Laura Chandler had such a beautiful singing voice, which she demonstrated time and time again on the local community theater stage. She had such a beautiful singing voice, but instead of pursuing a musical career, she went on to become one of the most successful screenwriters in Hollywood. Well, tonight she has agreed to sing the theme song from Sudden Desire for us tonight. Yeah. At this time, I'd like to ask Miss Chandler if she would come up and sing for the first time with lyrics the theme song from Sudden Desire.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
lady. Never flashy or flaunting like most. A model of modesty.
What is your sister doing? Is she out of her mind?
I'm just as shocked as you are.
You didn't know about this?
No, of course not. Of course not. Someday you'll be sorry. Someday you'll be blue. That's the time I'll turn around and have my laugh on you. Never did you treat me the way you said you would. Never did you cherish me the way I knew you could. Someday you'll be crying, crying tears of pain. Then you'll know just how it feels to love someone in vain. Never will I let you be mean to me anymore. And someday you'll be sorrier than you've ever been before.
Wow. I guess I'm realizing that age doesn't really matter. Your aunt's one hot number, and while she was singing, I completely forgot how old she was.
Oh, Mother, how will we ever live this down?
Will Mr. Holey ever be able to live this down? If people were talking years ago, they'll really be talking now.
I thought all the excitement would be over Jason Powell coming to Wilmington, but your sister made sure that's not the case. Have you seen this?
Yes, I saw it.
It would have been bad enough if she was a kid doing what she did, but at her age, Betty, her age.
I think she did it pretty well.
What?
Well, not many women would have the looks or the figure to pull off what she did at her age, so more power to her.
You women all stick together.
Well, why not when we have to deal with the biggest kids of all, our men? Mrs. Davis?
Are you saying I act like a kid at times?
Shh, the children will hear you.
You didn't answer me.
We're already late to the church meeting. We'll continue our argument in the car.
We'll admit we're arguing.
Mrs. Davis, Andrew and I are already late to the church meeting. I hope you won't mind watching Danny and Susie till we return.
No problem, Mrs. Roberts.
And Josie's at the Jacksons. When she returns, would you tell her I said that she's to remain at home until her father and I return?
Okay.
Thank you.
Look at what I found. Here, Susie, put this in your book.
What is it?
It's the next phase of our plan to help Aunt Laura.
But what is it?
It's a copy of one of the letters that James Holey sent to her when she was just a girl. It's the mushiest one of all, and I'm mailing it back to him.
Mailing it back to him? Are you crazy? Why are you mailing it back to him?
Read it and you'll see.
Wow.
Do you see what I mean?
But I still don't get what mailing it back to him will do.
Boy, girls are dumb.
I'm not dumb. If you don't take it back, I'll tell Mother what you're doing.
Oh, all right. Take it back. Just like a woman using blackmail.
Now, tell me how mailing this letter back to James Holey is going to help Aunt Laura.
You heard Dad yelling to Mom this morning after we got back from church how Aunt Laura unwrapped something that should have stayed wrapped. That Mr. Holey will probably never want to see her again.
Just because I'm unwrapping something?
You can figure adults.
But I still don't get what mailing it back to him will do.
Don't you see? It's a powerful, romantic memory from their past. To really get Mr. Holey thinking, I printed a little note on Aunt Laura's perfume notepaper. Here, read it.
I don't get it. All it says is, remember this.
Think of what's inside of that letter.
Oh.
Now keep it hidden inside of your book until we get a chance to mail it off tomorrow on our way back to school.
Morning, Miss Matlock. How are you today?
Well, in spite of all the commotion over last night's premiere, I'm doing pretty well.
The fireworks were still exploding this morning.
Oh no.
Mr. and Mrs. Roberts had to attend an emergency meeting of their church over it.
No.
Mr. Roberts is on the church board, and some of them aren't too happy about all the immorality being passed off in the movies today. And then to have his sister-in-law bring what they consider to be a scandalous movie to Wilmington, and then do a partial striptease in front of some of the city's most prominent citizens.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
I think it just seemed that way, because for most of it, even Miss General was covered up with this voluminous cape. When it finally did come off, it just made her sequin revealing gown seem all the more spectacular. And the tongues haven't stopped wagging.
Oh, it was Aunt Laura unwrapping herself. Now I get it.
If you don't mind waiting, I need to get back to my work. The road shouldn't be too long.
Well, a lot has happened since last time I saw you.
How well did you know Aunt Laura?
Well, you know, your Aunt Laura used to babysit me as a child. I've always considered her to be like a big sister to me. But when she took off to Hollywood to find her fortune, I truly missed her.
Would you do anything to help her?
Well, of course. What is this all about?
Susie, do you think we should show her our secret?
The two of you have a secret you want to share with me? What fun.
It isn't that kind of secret, Miss Matlock. It's an adult secret. Should we show her, Susie?
Well, you've already blabbed so much about it to her. I think we have to trust her.
You have to promise, Scout's honor, you will not reveal what we're about to show you.
Scout's honor. Oh my goodness. Does your mother know about this?
We don't think anyone knows. What shall we do, Miss Matlock?
There is enough tongue wagging going on around here that we do not need to get any more rumors started. We need to keep this a secret until I find out what the truth is.
Then can you help us, Miss Matlock?
I'm gonna try, but this is a pretty big secret you two kids have been keeping.
Boy, I dread growing up. I thought being a kid was tough. You adults get more messes than we do.
Danny, I suppose that's true sometimes, but I think for right now, I need to make a phone call. Will you two trust me with this letter for a little while?
Sure we will, Miss Matlock, if you think you can help.
Hi. Yeah, this is Annie Matlock. I have something very important I need to show to you. No, it can't wait. This may be a matter of life or death. Okay, good. I'll be right over. Kids, mum's the word until I get to the bottom of this, okay? Tell your mother I had to leave, but I'll give her a call tonight, okay? Miss Matlock going in such a rush.
She remembers something she had to do.
Josie, do you think your parents would mind if I escorted you to the country club dance next Saturday?
It's too soon to decide now, Mickey. I may have someone else ask me.
Well, if you think that Jason Powell fellow's asking you, then you've really lost your marbles.
You never know.
Actually, he said he was going back to Hollywood after last night's premiere, so he's probably on the plane right now.
Oh no. You better leave right now. And thank you for walking me home.
Well, if you don't call me back tonight and accept my invitation, then I'm finding some chick that will. Hey, is that your aunt and that Jason Powell fella?
Come on, we gotta hide.
Why are we hiding?
So we can find out why Jason Powell's still here and not on the plane back to Hollywood.
The car isn't here. Josie's with her boyfriend, Mickey. Danny and Susie are staying overnight with the Jacksons, so apparently no one's home.
What about Miss Davis?
Mrs. Davis is out about doing her work. She won't disturb us. You can talk freely.
Well, I had to cancel that flight today. I couldn't leave you here to face all this on your own.
I hadn't expected to create such an uproar. I guess I behaved like a child, wanting to get revenge for something that happened so long ago. I didn't think of my sister Betty and her family, or you, and how I might have hurt your career by my actions.
I don't want you to worry. There isn't anything you could do that would hurt me. You know how I feel.
I shouldn't have gotten you involved with all of this.
Involved with what? I want to help you remove this thorn from your heart.
You are such a sweet boy. I don't deserve you.
Well, last night I stayed at the Holey Plantation.
You stayed with James and his mother?
Last night after we left to escape the photographers, he invited me to stay for the night so I'd have some peace and quiet. Now, that's kind of where the mystery begins.
What mystery? What are you talking about?
James Holey disappeared.
Jason, you didn't.
No. Surprised you would even think I could, let alone would do something wrong. I think I've been raised a little better than that.
That's why I love you.
I love you too. And that's why we need to find out what this mystery is. And if it weren't for me being invited to stay at the Holey Plantation, I would have never learned what I now know. And from Mrs. Holey of all people.
Mrs. Holey?
This isn't the first time that James has disappeared.
Oh,
So what you're saying is that James, your son, the same guy whose life you've been controlling, has just been disappearing for over 4 years, and no one, including you, knows where he goes or what he does?
that's right. I have hired the best of detectives to follow him, and he's outsmarted them all. He got that trait from his father, cunning devil that he was.
So when's he gonna return?
I don't know. Sometimes it's weeks, sometimes months. But he can't outmaneuver his mother all the time.
Other secrets could James have?
I don't know, but we need to find out. I'll find out what this other secret is. Trust me, I will. No one will ever hurt you again.
Wait, I'm gonna go with you.
I can't believe it. My Aunt Laura and Jason Powell? Lovers?
Kids, where are your parents?
Susie and I didn't feel like going along, so Mom and Dad went out for a ride. And because it's such a nice day, Josie went with them.
Okay, good. Before they return home, I need to speak to the two of you. I may have made things unintentionally worse.
What do you mean, Miss Matlock?
Judge Riker will be over here in a little while. I caught him as soon as the afternoon edition of the paper came out.
The Judge Riker? Mentioned in the letters we showed you?
Yes, he is one of the Holey family attorneys.
I know that, but why is he coming here?
Well, when you gave me the letter last week, and I went to him to find some answers, I did what you intended in doing with the letter all along. I mailed it to James Holey.
You mailed it?
Yes, and the only thing I can figure that happened is somebody at the post office must have opened the letter and read it, and that's how this mess happened.
But that's illegal, isn't it, Miss Matlock?
Well, Danny, if we can prove it, yes it is. I don't know any other way the story could have been leaked. I didn't say anything, and I know you two kids definitely would keep quiet. Well, and Judge Riker, he's not going to say anything because he knows it would hurt the Holey family reputation.
Oh, Laura, all those years ago, when you ran off with James Holey and everyone thought it was just an affair, the two of you ran off to be married.
Yes, we did.
But Mr. Holey's father found out and tracked them down and had me arrange to annul the marriage.
How terrible for you, Laura. A grown man like James Holey letting his father dictate his life to him.
I couldn't agree more, but I had no choice. I was a young lawyer hired by the most powerful family in the county, and I wanted to make a name for myself. And there was a considerable fortune at stake. And Mr. Holey wanted to make sure that it was aligned with a family that was just as financially secure as his own. And that was just not the Chandler family.
But he never married again.
No, in that he was defiant to his father all those years. But with him, the family line dies unless he finds a young bride and produces an heir.
And my returning has put an obstacle in that path.
I'm afraid it has. The family just doesn't need their dirty laundry ad. Mrs. Holey has been hopeful of a marriage with Elvira, the eldest daughter of Colonel Hamilton of Georgia.
And I return and cause a scandal, and everyone involved would simply want me to leave, I suppose.
Mrs. Holey would certainly be very grateful. And you know as well as all of us that in marriage it doesn't matter how old the man is. You can start a family at any age. Mr. Holey needs a young bride. And not to take anything away from you, Miss Chandler, you are a very beautiful woman. And I can understand why Mr. Holey fell in love with you all those years ago. But now, you are just too old to be that bride and give him the heir that he needs to continue the family line. An heir that he must provide before it's too late.
And James Holey, what has he to say about all of this? And everyone thinks that my returning here and what happened last week caused James to disappear?
What else can we think?
According to what I have learned, James has been disappearing for extended periods of time for over 4 years. And you all think that I am the reason why he's disappeared now?
Well, Miss Chandler, until Mr. Holey returns, which probably won't be until after you leave, none of us here can answer that question.
Well, why don't we let James decide that for himself tonight, after he takes me out on our date?
What?
What?
What makes you think it's going to be a date and not just a meeting, Miss Chandler?
I think by what is written in that letter, you would call it a date. He has something very important that he wants to reveal to me. So if James wants me to leave Wilmington, he is going to have to tell me to my face.
Out the entire restaurant this evening. We have a place to ourselves. Laura, I wanted to be alone with you this evening, away from the world and its prying eyes.
I was wondering why you wanted to be alone with me tonight. And alone ever since what I did to you last week. Doesn't it bother you that our marriage and annulment was smeared all over the newspapers, even though it was more than 25 years ago?
I can't undo the wrong I'd done when I was a mature man of 27. Old enough to act responsible, and I didn't. I've lived with that guilt for all these years.
Have you, James?
For more than 26 years, I let everybody believe that we ran off to have some dirty little affair. They didn't know we ran off to be married, so they didn't need to know about the annulment. I'm glad the truth is out now. After our separation, I've relived this moment over and over again. I see it so clearly in my mind. It's the only way I kept my sanity after losing you.
I'm so sorry that you suffered so greatly, James. Not meaning to sound harsh, you could have avoided all the pain we endured for so long. My only escape was my career and something wonderful that happened after I left Wilmington.
Well, what was it, Laura?
In time, we have so much to talk about. I need to get to know you again and to find out if I can trust you.
Laura, I hope I can gain that trust again.
James, Judge Riker told me of your mother's plans for a marriage to Elvira Hamilton of Georgia.
Those are just rumors.
Rumors have a way of becoming the truth. You're 52 years old, still young enough to have children and a family. Everyone expects it of you. At this point of my life, I cannot give you the children that I know in your heart you must desire.
Laura, no one controls my life anymore. At least what I should say is, no one here on earth controls my life anymore.
That's a strange thing to say. Is everything all right?
Laura, everything is wonderful now that you're here with me. Let's dance. Laura, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes, James.
Have you ever read the Bible?
Boy, look, I didn't expect that. Where's that coming from? And now when we're dancing?
Well, it just popped into my head. It just seemed appropriate.
What kind of question is that to pop in your head? And when you're kissing me?
Well, why not the Bible? It's a source of love and marriage and all the good things that go with it.
You're talking like a kid, James.
Even if I sound like a kid, isn't what I'm saying true?
I suppose it's the truth.
Then you haven't answered my question. Have you ever read the Bible?
When I was a girl in Sunday school, and as an adult, when I'd be traveling, if I didn't have anything else to read, staying at a hotel, I would read the Gideon's Bible.
Oh, good. Keep reading.
My sister and her husband and family with Mrs. Davis in tow are staying at his sister's house in Leland. This house is ours for the night.
Let me take it.
The Bible?
I'm sorry. Creature of habit.
James, where have you been disappearing to these last 4 years? I never thought of you as a man of mystery.
Now is not the time for me to reveal that secret. Soon you'll know everything.
Will I know everything?
No. Laura, a virtuous woman is hard to find. Her price is far above rubies. In a few days, my secret will be revealed. But until then, let's just keep those rubies intact.
What just happened?
Well, at last, some privacy. Danny and Susie are spending the weekend with my mother. Mrs. Davis is visiting her daughter. Josie is at the movies with Mickey, and your sister is picking up Jason Powell at the airport.
What are you saying, dear?
That it's just nice to have time to spend with my very pretty wife.
I heard that Mr. Holey's back in town. Is your aunt mad at him again?
What do you expect after he pulls another disappearing act? I don't blame her for wanting a younger man like Jason Powell.
You really think they're an item?
I mean, we heard them say they loved each other. We saw them embrace. What else can we think?
Well, then why is she still hanging around and bothering with James Holey?
I guess she's deciding which man she wants more. Dad, Mom, you gotta see this.
Oh no, not Aunt Laura, not your sister again, disrupting this happy home. If it's not one thing, this must be the reason why James Holey keeps disappearing for days at a time.
What? That beast! Toying with my sister's affections. Taking her out on dates when he's engaged to Elvira Hamilton. Right here on the society page, the announcement of their engagement. Oh, wait till I see him again. My poor sister.
Oh, Mother, I think Aunt Laura and Jason Powell are in love.
Are you out of your mind? Where did you get such an idea?
Well, Mickey and I heard them say they loved each other, and we saw them embrace.
What's going on in this house when I'm not around?
Now, dear, calm down. I'm sure Josie and Mickey just misunderstood what they saw or heard.
Oh no, Mother. We heard it and saw it all.
What do you mean we?
Well, Danny and Susie and I heard them say they loved each other, and we saw them embrace.
All right, just keep calm, dear. My sister may be many things, but she is not one to rob the cradle. Let's just not say anything until we get all the facts. Agreed?
Yes, Mother.
Agreed.
All right. Come help me make dinner. Just calm down, okay?
Where's Laura? I need to speak to her.
Haven't you done enough damage already? Why don't you leave Laura alone? You should be with your fiancé planning your wedding.
You've seen the newspaper.
We've all seen it.
There's the beast! How dare you do this to my sister!
I didn't do anything wrong.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Mr. Holey.
Josie, go to your room. Let the adults handle this.
But I am an adult. I'm 17.
You're an adult when you turn 21. While you're under our roof, you'll do as your mother and I tell you. Now go upstairs, young lady.
I may be going to my room, but my thoughts aren't very ladylike.
But both of you don't understand. I didn't place this announcement in the newspaper.
You expect us to believe that?
It's the truth.
Well, who supposedly did then?
My mother. She thinks she can force me to marry Elvira Hamilton by placing this announcement in the newspaper. She's totally against me seeing Laura again.
My goodness, you're a middle-aged man still tied to his mother's apron strings. And by the way, what's wrong with my sister? Your mother still being a big snob, thinking she's not good enough for her precious, pig-headed,
Hey,
only son?
Calm down. You're getting yourself all worked up. This is Laura's affair. We should let her and James deal with it.
you've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it. I mean, I'm used to being surrounded by the press, but the moment we left the airport, they wouldn't leave Laura alone. Did everything I could just to get her in a car and away from the media madness. It wasn't me they were even interested in this time. They wanted her reaction to your engagement.
I'm sorry, Laura.
And you should be.
Betty, stay out of this.
But,
There's no buts. Let's just go. It's
But-
my own business and let them handle it.
but,
Lenska,
There's something both of you need to understand. I'm not engaged to Elvira Hamilton. I didn't place this announcement in the newspaper.
even if what you're saying is the truth, what are you going to do about it now?
Well, I already told you. I've contacted the editor. He's going to retract the story in tomorrow morning's edition. Case closed.
And what about Elvira Hamilton? How do you think she's going to feel?
Since I was born, my father has dictated and controlled my life. And since his passing, my mother's taken over that role. She thinks she could force me to do something I never planned on doing, and that was marrying Elvira Hamilton. It's not going to work.
Don't you care how embarrassing this will be to her if you cancel the engagement?
You don't understand. There is no engagement. This announcement, I assume, is an attempt by Mr. Hamilton and my mother to force us to comply.
Are you saying that Miss Hamilton wouldn't mind not being engaged to you?
Oh, Jason, she's a lovely girl, and if I was in love with her and she with me, then I'd say okay, but we're not in love.
What are you going to do about it?
Do about it? I've already told you. I've contacted the editor, and he's going to retract the story in tomorrow morning's edition. Case closed.
Jason, would you mind leaving? I'd like to speak with James alone.
You want to be alone with this guy?
There's some things I need to discuss with him privately.
All right. You know I'll never let anybody hurt.
I know.
Laura, is there some truth to what I've heard rumored?
What?
You and Jason Powell. It's apparent that you both care for each other.
And what's wrong with that?
Are you without any shame, Laura?
How dare you say that to me?
Then it's true. You and Jason Powell, and at your age.
You self-righteous hypocrite.
Hypocrite?
Yes, hypocrite. Oh, it's all right if you, at 53, should fall in love and marry 21-year-old Elvira Hamilton. But if I, at 49,
50.
whatever, if I should fall in love with a handsome young 25-year-old man, it's wrong?
Well, you can't have any children.
Don't give me that. Don't tell me when some old fart marries a girl half his age, it's simply because he wants to have children.
Such language, Laura. Sometimes it's true to continue a family bloodline and dynasty.
Well, even if it is true sometimes, you can be sure that she's not just young, but she's beautiful as well.
What man would want a plain or ugly bride when he can have a beautiful one?
Your name may be holy, but you certainly are not holy.
What have I done to upset you so?
That a woman can only be loved if she's beautiful or at least attractive.
I didn't say that.
Didn't you?
You had me so confused. I don't know what I said.
Can a man fall in love with a woman if she's plain or even ugly?
Well, yes, he can, and I know this to be fact. My cousin Michael married a woman with the face of a gorilla, yet every time he looks at her, he sees the face of an angel.
You disgust me, James Holey. Your name may be holy, but you certainly are not.
If I'm telling the truth, why are you still so upset at me?
It's the way you're expressing it. I'm ashamed of you.
Ashamed of me? I wasn't out cavorting with Elvira Hamilton the way you've been cavorting with that Jason Powell character.
Get out. Get out now.
What have I done to upset you so?
Get out now.
What?
Get out now. I never want
What
to
have
see
I
you
done?
again.
What?
Get out now! God, this park!
Judge Riker? Riker, you certainly seem in a dither. I haven't seen you in ages.
I owe my mood to my dear brother. He has something to reveal to Miss Chandler that he should have told her weeks ago when he first arrived.
There's more to be revealed. I don't think this family can take any more surprises.
Everyone else in Wilmington may be afraid of the judge, but my baby brother knows he'll have hell to pay if he crosses me. Don't you, Milford Riker?
Will you stop it, Minnie? I've come here with you, haven't I?
Only because I'm your conscience, and I always have been.
Only because you keep hopping and hopping and hopping on the mountain like an old hoppy. You drive a man crazy. Now leave me alone. I've come here with you and I'm going to make things right.
You better hope you can make things right this time.
I will go and get Miss Chandler. I can see this is going to be another interesting day at the Roberts house.
Miss Chandler, maybe you better have a seat.
What is it?
Are you going to tell her?
In my own time, Minnie, and in my own way. Please sit down and be quiet. It's a good thing a marriage between Mr. Holey and Miss Elvira Hamilton never materialized.
Yes, and why is that?
I'm not going to beat around the bush, Miss Chandler. I'm going to give it to you straight. Mr. James Holey II couldn't marry Miss Elvira Hamilton because he's already married.
Married? To who?
To you, Miss Chandler.
Mrs. Davis?
What just happened?
You fainted, you poor thing?
Right after you heard you were married to Mr. Holey.
What kind of joke is this, Judge Riker? My marriage to James was annulled years ago, days after our wedding.
Yes. So everyone was led to believe. And all these years, I've blocked my part of the conspiracy out of my memory.
My brother couldn't own up to the fact that he had a part in destroying the happiness of two people who were truly in love.
Mr. Holey's father was a very powerful man in the county. What he wanted, he got. You know, I never understood his opposition to you marrying his only son. Miss Chandler, your family are good people. The only thing y'all didn't have was a fortune equal to that of the Holeys.
I do not need to be reminded of this.
Mr. Holey had me draw up forged divorce documents. I knew they were illegal and would get him in a pile of trouble if it ever came to light. After some convincing, he finally agreed to have the marriage annulled instead. James came back and done as his father demanded, or so he and everyone else concerned thought.
I don't understand.
Miss Chandler, I never followed through with finalizing those annulment papers. I thank God Mr. Holey never asked to see proof of the annulment. Such was his trust in me and belief in my loyalty.
James didn't know?
No one knew except for the judge.
And I have led myself to block all that out of my memory all these years. It was my sister Minnie going through some old files that discovered it again and brought it to light.
Excuse me, Judge, Your Honor. Does Mr. Holey's mother know he's still married to Miss Chandler?
Yes, I told her before I came over here. Left her crying her eyes out. But I haven't told Mr. Holey. Miss Chandler, I wanted to prepare you so that you could begin to make the plans you'd waited so long to make. A life with the man you love.
Oh, isn't this wonderful, Miss Chandler? Or I guess we should be calling you Mrs. Holey.
It is wonderful. No, it isn't. I told James last night I never want to see him again. And I meant it.
Are you still sitting here and sulking? I can imagine how you feel, Laura, but James did call and apologize for what he said the other night.
Betty, I'm so sorry. Since my arrival here, I disrupted your happy family. I should be making plans to return to Hollywood.
But what about James? You are still married to him, you know. You can't just leave and act like you were never married.
Why not? For over 25 years, I thought I was a single woman. Why should my finding out that I'm still married to him and that our marriage was never annulled change anything?
Because it does, Laura, and if you don't realize that, you're a fool.
Betty!
A fool because you refuse to admit to yourself that you still are in love with James.
I guess you're right, Betty.
You know I'm right. Forget about Jason Powell, even though he is drop dead gorgeous. He is a bit too young for you, Laura. Thank you very much. It's for you, Laura.
That is from James Holey. Am I right, Aunt Laura?
Yes, you are my bright little nephew.
I bet it's a diamond necklace or tiara.
Open it up. Let's see what he sent you.
It's a book, Aunt Laura. Gee whiz, with all his money, that's all he could think to send you?
Oh, it's not just any book.
What do you mean, Laura?
It's a Bible.
A Bible?
A Bible.
Okay.
What kind of gift is that for James to send to me? What is he trying to tell me? That I need religion?
Maybe there's something inside the Bible, Aunt Laura. That's right, Susie. I bet there's a letter inside.
Tonight, the truth will be revealed. The mystery of my disappearances will be made known, and the truth will set you free. Here's an invitation to the country club dance, delivered in a white Bible.
Well, at least tonight you'll have some answers.
And James is going to arrive an hour earlier to talk to me, and I'll be ready. It's 6 o'clock. He's an hour early. Oh,
You
Mrs.
don't even have a maid to open your door?
Mrs. Holey. Our housekeeper, Mrs. Davis, is away overnight.
That's right. Your family never did have any staff, just a housekeeper. The servant that you invited to sit at your table at Jason Powell's premiere. That was a terrible breach of etiquette.
Mrs. Holey, why are you here?
In a rush, aren't you? I know my son is coming to take you to the country club. Before he arrives, I wanted to take a better look at his wife. For the moment, unfortunately, I've come to terms that you are a Holey.
Mrs. Holey, I'm trying not to be rude or to let you get me angry. You are my mother-in-law, but this is between James and me. Whether we stay married for a moment or forever, you have no right to influence our decision.
Still the same stubborn girl you were when you first took him away from his family and the life he was born to.
Mrs. Holey, this isn't 1923. I'm no longer a girl. I'm a mature woman. And James is a mature man, not your little boy who you can frighten and intimidate. You have no right to interfere.
No right to interfere. We'll see how long you can keep him. I'm gonna go now. I know my son told me he was coming over here first to reveal the mystery of his disappearances all these years.
You don't know?
No, we will both know where we are with James's affections tonight.
Mrs. Holey, can't we simply be friends? This isn't a contest between us for James's love.
Isn't it, my dear? We will see.
It is cold outside. Oh, wow. That's some dress.
You like it, James?
What's there not to like?
Let me take your coat.
No. I'll just leave it on for now.
But it's going to be an hour before we go to the country club. Won't you be too hot?
It's already hot in here. Laura, you were a beautiful girl when we first met. You're a beautiful woman. In fact, you're a whole lot more woman than I was anticipating at this time in my life. In that dress, it's making it difficult for me to say what I need to say.
Is this dress discombobulating you, James?
That dress, I think it'll be better for me to say what I need to say by turning around and just telling you what I need to tell you when I can't see you in that dress.
Whatever makes you feel better, James. I just can't wait to find out what your big secret is.
Laura, you were probably wondering why I sent that Bible to you and asked you a few weeks ago if you've ever read it.
Why? Whenever we start having an intimate or romantic moment, do you start bringing up religion or the Bible?
I never disclosed to you when we were dating in high school. I never revealed that since I was a boy, I've always wanted to become a missionary.
What?
And that's what my father said, followed by, James, or no son of mine is going to become a missionary. He made it clear that I was to head the Holy Corporation, and that ended the matter.
I never thought of you as a religious person.
I think I even surprised myself because the feelings only become stronger through the years.
Like a calling from God?
Yes, Laura. Since I found out about our annulment, it seemed like I was being told from above that serving God, at least in some way, is what I was meant to do. I didn't know how to deal with you returning to Wilmington in light of what I'd been planning to do with my life since my father's passing. And then finding out that we were still married after 26 years, I became a kid again, that boy who first fell in love with you, and I didn't know how to act. I made a vow to God, but could I still keep it after finding out that our marriage vow had still been... I made a vow to God, but could I still keep that vow after finding out the vow I'd made to you in marriage had been dissolved? It almost seems foolish or childish now, sending you that Bible and saying what I said when I should have just told you what I'd been planning to do, or what I have done.
Have done? What have you done?
Laura, for the last 4 years I've been studying theology at the Christian Methodist College. That's where I've been disappearing to. For a generous donation, I was allowed to study in secret. No one ever found out, not even my mother.
You're going to become a missionary?
No, not a missionary. I'll minister.
Is this a joke? Oh, how could you do this? Oh my God, what is your mother going to say? What is everybody else going to say? I can't go to the country club dressed the way I am.
Now, calm down, Laura. You don't need to change.
I don't need to change?
Well, I guess.
How could you have done this to us? Oh, I'm gonna go up and change.
Just get whatever you need to cover up and hurry up.
Oh. How could you have done this to us, James Holey?
He thought all was gone.
This has been the most uncomfortable night of my life. When those photographers started to snap the photographs, and then your mother, after seeing you in that minister collar, fainted, I felt sorry for her. I never thought I would feel sorry for your mother, but I did.
My mother will be fine. She'll get used to me being a minister.
She may get used to it, but I never will.
We need to sit and talk. You said everyone's away until tomorrow morning?
Yes?
Let's just sit and talk. Even Miss Davis?
Yes, she is, but do not get any ideas.
I think we just need to sit and talk.
All right.
Laura, my throat's a little parched. Can I have a...
You want something more to drink after all that you drank tonight at the country club?
I had 2 glasses of wine, and even Jesus drank wine. And all I was asking for was a glass of water.
Oh, all right. I'm a little thirsty myself.
Ah, thank you. Laura, it's warm in here. Should you take your fur off?
It's not warm enough for me.
That perfume, I recognize it. It's Desert Passion. It's the first gift I gave you when we were in high school.
Yes, I only wore it a few times after you gave it to me. Once our annulment took place, I never used it again, but I kept the bottle.
You kept the bottle? The same bottle I gave you over 25 years ago?
Silly, wasn't it?
It wasn't silly. I would call it romantic.
No! James, this is not going to work between the both of us.
Laura, I'm in love with you. I'm still in love with you. And finding out that our marriage hadn't been annulled, and my being a minister shouldn't matter. It shouldn't be a deal.
James, this isn't going to work. Every time I take a look at you, I don't see a man anymore. I take one look at that collar, and all I see is Reverend Holey.
Well, I can take...
No! Don't you dare take anything off!
Laura. No.
I have to contact the attorney.
No.
We have to arrange an annulment.
No.
Yes!
No. I am not losing you again. Good morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Isn't it such a beautiful day?
Oh, darling.
Would you like me to make you some scrambled eggs?
I'd love for you to make me some breakfast.
And some coffee and toast?
You would do that for me?
Of course I would. It's a wife's duty to do those things for her husband.
Then I would love breakfast, darling.
I will go right now and make some.
I'll go help scramble those eggs.
You can put our eggs.
Yeah, Dad. Hey, Josie. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Roberts. You would not believe the crazy thing that Mr. Holey is doing. Holy tamale, Reverend Holey. Sorry, I didn't see you sitting there. Sorry, I didn't know you were there. I didn't mean any disrespect at all.
It's okay, Mickey. I understand.
Mickey, why don't you and Josie go take our grips upstairs?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still a millionaire, Reverend Holly? Yeah, is God gonna let you keep all your money? Didn't you have to take a vow of poverty?
Danny, Susie, don't be rude.
You don't ask Reverend Holey a question like that. Now upstairs, the both of you.
Gee whiz, why, Mom? I heard Dad talking to our pastor on Sunday about that parable, how it's easier for a camel to go through somebody's eye than for a rich man to go to heaven.
It's the eye of the needle, Danny.
Oh yeah, thanks, Dad. It's the eye of a needle, Reverend Holey. What does that mean, Dad? A camel can't go through the eye of a needle.
One day we'll let Reverend Holey explain it to you, but not today. Upstairs, the both of you.
You heard your mother.
Mother?
I thought I'd find you here when you didn't come home last night. I figured you would be here. And so soon after you were ordained.
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
I think that would be very obvious.
What's obvious?
You shouldn't be indulging in all those physical pleasures. You should have waited.
Waited? Laura and I have been married 25 years. That's long enough to wait.
We shouldn't be discussing these things in front of strangers, James.
No, Betty, Andrew, you stay here. Mother, this is my family now. Our family, whether you like it or not. Mother, have a seat.
Oh, Mrs. Holey, I'm making breakfast for everyone. You're welcome to have some.
No, thank you.
Laura, I don't think anyone's hungry anymore.
Oh. Jason, I wasn't expecting you.
You're forgetting me so soon?
I forgot to inform you. So much has happened since I've last seen you. But James and I are going to stay together.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I'm surprised you find that wonderful.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, I forgot. That's right, you don't know about him. He's become an ordained minister.
Have you told him yet?
No, I was just getting ready to.
Tell me what? I already know. It's an admirable thing you bring in Jason here to air your indiscretions. The entire town knows about the affection between the two of you.
Is that what you've been thinking?
What indiscretion? You mean between Laura and the movie star? If that is so, you be a fool. Forgive her and stay married to that scarlet woman.
Hey, now wait a minute, Mrs. Holey. You may be known as this great lady around here, but no one's gonna sit there and call.
Let me take care of it.
Alright, for now, I'll control my anger, but if I hear one more lie, one more insult from this so-called great lady, I'm not gonna be able to contain myself.
James, is that what you believe? Betty, my own sister. And Andrew. And you, Miss Davis, is that what you believe?
Who, me? I don't believe it, and I don't believe anything. I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
James, it is a noble thing that you're doing in forgiving me. But I must find out, am I worthy of such forgiveness?
Huh?
And to you, my sister Betty, and Andrew, I must find out if I'm really worthy of your forgiveness. And to you, Mrs. Holey, I must find out if I'm worthy of your forgiveness.
That you will never have if you dishonored my son. I never forgave you for marrying him in the first place.
She's asking for it.
Jason, let me take care of this. I have loved this man, this movie star. Even though he's 25 years old, I can't help it. But I also love you, James. You're my husband, and I can't help but to love you.
I thought after last night he was out of the picture.
Jason will never be out of the picture.
What are you trying to tell me, Laura?
James, you call me many wonderful names. Sweetheart, darling, beloved. But Jason has a special name that only he can call me.
I've played many roles, and being here with you all has certainly been the hardest. Having to call her Laura, when really all I wanted to say is mother.
What?
What?
You mean...
Oh my God!
You mean you have a son?
Yes.
Well, who's the father?
Oh, James, you can't be that naive.
You mean after 25 years, we had our honeymoon, we eloped that one time, that only time?
Yes. Jason Powell is James Holey III, your son and heir. Son, say hello to your dad. Dad, say hello to your son.
What? What's this I hear? What's going on?
I have a son. There's so much I need to know about you. So many lost years. What do you do? Where'd you go to school?
Don't worry about any of that. Mother took loads of pictures, and she kept them knowing that someday you two would be together again.
Oh, that's wonderful, Laura.
We'll watch them together. You'll see all the memories that I created all over these years. We'll share them.
You mean Jason Powell, the movie star? And my grandson!
Doesn't seem to really bother you, Mrs. Holey, finding out on your grandson.
Not at all, not at all. And don't call me Grandma. Call me Maggie, your Maggie.
Maggie?
Yes, Maggie, your Maggie.
My Maggie? That Maggie? President of the Jason Powell fan club, Maggie. You?
That's me, Jason Powell, my grandson, the movie star. Give me a big hug.
Soon we'll have her quiet, happy home back to normal. Mickey's taking Josie to the matinee. The children are out shopping with Mrs. Davis. And tonight, your sister goes to live in wedded bliss with the Reverend James Holey.
Are you getting ideas?
I always get ideas. Tonight will be our night, now that all the secrets are out in the open.
Not all out in the open. I've got a secret that's yet to be revealed. One that not even my mother or my father knows. One that'll actually be here in an hour.
Son, if you're in any kind of trouble, your mother and I would like to help you.
It's not trouble, Father. It's really something wonderful that now I'll be able to share with both my parents.
This is something that you've even kept from me?
Well, not that I wanted to, it's just you were going through so much at the moment, I didn't want to add to your burden.
If it's a burden, then you are in some kind of trouble.
Burden was the wrong choice of words. I shouldn't have said that. Mother, do you remember when I went overseas last year to film The Golden Eagle?
Yes, you were away for nearly 4 months.
Well, I met a girl on location and we fell in love.
Well, that's wonderful, son.
I hope you still think it's wonderful news when you meet her, especially with you being a minister and all. She's, not exactly like us.
Does she have some kind of handicap?
Only a handicap created by the prejudices of others.
Look, it's the girl that we kept seeing at the premiere.
Mother, father, this is Ima, my wife.
Oh, I'm so pleased to meet you. Welcome to our family.
Such a nice family.
Welcome to the family.
Thank you.
And
Nice to
now,
meet you.
you're Mrs. Jason Powell.
Oh no, not a boy. I'm a Holey.
That'll raise some eyebrows. Will you stop doing that?
Well, now all this family secrets are finally out in the open.
Quiet, Aunt Betty. I think I need to go back out to the car and reveal one more secret.
Is that what I think it is?
yet.
It was only that one time.
That's all it takes, dear.